Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. Once again, we welcome you to another live presentation, another address this very evening from this very place, radiating this very gospel of truth and irrepressibility, because we cannot be stopped. Because we have been mandated to preach. That is why, by the grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwukika Biama Prumi Henine, we are gathered all over the world, across the entire time zones, on this very planet, to listen to this gospel and message of redemption, a message of atonement, a message of liberation, a message of hope, the message that will take us into that very kingdom on the face of this very earth, that very land of Biafra, that Chukwukika Biama has decreed must be inhabited by his children, those he called the children of light. We have come to do justice for that which has been preordained before us. We have come to preach that even the blind may see, the deaf may hear, those who are suffering from advanced stages of Janjaweedism may be cured of their stupidity, that Biafra may be one family under God in heaven to restore that which has been stolen from us. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because there is no other broadcaster, no other listening platform, no other project of information dissemination that can boast of the range of listenership as we command here on this very platform, this very Radio Biafra. As I welcome you, I will seriously urge you to welcome those who are around you, all your relatives, your neighbors, because before I came on air, somebody said to me, my neighbor is Yoruba, and they love what you're doing. Could you please take it easy? And I contemplated and I said, I am under divine instruction. As I am led by the Spirit, so will I preach it. I respect and I love every shade of humanity. Only those who have come to conquer, to enslave. Only those who have come to demonize. Only those who have come to pillage. Only those who have come to render the Biafran children asunder. They are the ones we despise and the ones we hate with every blood in our body. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra the whole world over, in over 100 countries and territories all over this very planet. I lead this very divine movement. I serve the children of Biafra. And I will always serve you until Biafra comes, which I know is imminent. That I can categorically assure you that Biafra is imminent. I will serve you until the end of my time. We shall not know any corruption. Iniquity shall never be our portion. For Biafra is scrupulously clean in the spirit. All we are waiting for is for the manifestation of that purity in the lives of the men that inhabit this very earth. I speak with every authority. I speak with every command that we have been sent by heaven to propagate this very gospel. And wherever you are, I welcome you. Bring your pen and your paper, and as I chiefly announced before I came on air, I said, if you're Janjaweed or Alemajiri, try and bring your chalk and your slate with you, because as we dissect and digest very complicated and very diverse range of information, I would expect you to start memorizing your ABCD to Z before you can join us, because your level of understanding needs to grow exponentially for you to benefit from the enlightenment and the revelations that are accompanying this very message this evening. We must pray, but before I do so, I must remind each and every one of you that we are live, of course, on my page, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the authentic one, I hasten to add, with I think about 400,000 followers, which is nothing, it's a drop in the ocean. We are suffering very serious sabotage and efforts to undermine this very project of Biafra restoration by the powers that be, but they cannot stop us. We are on Radio Biafra app. We are covering at least 70% of Biafra land on FM. We are on satellite. Radio Biafra can be received on a plethora of apps, please. I want that advertised extensively. We have come that freedom may prevail in the lives of those who are suffering in the zoo. We have come that the will of God Almighty in heaven may prevail in the lives of those that He blessed and bequeathed the land of Biafra. We must pray this very week. Remember those who have gone before us, those who fought, because I have to be grammatically exact, those who fought and died for us, those who sacrificed their lives that we may live, those who made it possible for this very brave and unrelenting generation to preach the gospel of restoration. And I will pray in the language of heaven. As I have always said, Roman Catholicism, the church of the body of Christ, when it came, it was in Greece. And then after that, it was in Greek, I should say. And after that, it moved on to Latin. But the language of heaven is Igbo language, the language of the ancients, and that is how we acknowledge the presence of Elohim in our lives, and we must ask the Lord of hosts. Some people pray and they refer to Elohim as the host of heaven. And I said to them, no, the hosts of heaven are plentiful. There is only one God, one indivisible God, ever living, never changing. He is the Lord of all the hosts of heaven. And this evening we must adore Him. We must praise Him. Onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ihe niile o kere eke na-erubere isi. onye na-enweghị mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, onye sitere n'okwu ọnụ ya wee kee ihe niile nke mmadụ dị ndụ n'ahụ. Isi ka ihe wee bata n'ime ụwa, ihe wee bata, anyị wee na-arịọ gị n'uhuruchi ya, wee na-akpọku aha nsọ gị, eze ndị eze, na-asị na ọnụ ọgụgụ nsọ, ndị nsọ nọ n'igwe, ọbụla ndị okenye ọrụ abụọ na anọ, ha sị na ịdị nsọ Chineke, na ndị dị etu a na-atụ mkpa ọla edo n'ala. Onye nwe nna Chineke na bikonu, otuto dịrị aha nsọ gị, ngozi kwuru nke naanị gị, ụmụ anyị nyefe ewezụga gị. Anyị anaghị akpụ isi ala wee nye arụsị apịrị apị, anyị anaghị erubere ihe ọbụla nwaanyị kwuru n'afọ ime. Nna nke ebere dị ngozi, eze ndị nsọ, nwanne otu onye, Chineke nna nke ụmụ ogbenye, onye si ebe ikpofu ahịhịa wee purpose for gathering, of course. And I will very by accepting in the mess we are in today. Before I came on air, I saw a very bitter sight that Head Bridge in Onitsha was being fenced off by the Anambra State governor. Ill-advisedly, I must say, because you are fencing off Anambra from your relatives in Ahaba, in Anioma, in Aniocha, as it used to be called. You are fencing off your people from Enugu. You are fencing off your people from Imo. We got to where we are today due to complacency, due to the greed of an Igbo man, due to our selfishness, due to our crippling and debilitating individualism. We are where we are today because of lack of foresightedness, because of our wickedness. That very gate, that very barrier should be built in Ibanke. That very barrier should be built at the entrance into Biafra land in Idoma and in Igede. It should be built in Ogoja, not for Anambra State to fence itself in. As I told you, you listen to the Janjaweed, they have given you a new identity. Before we had Anambra and then Nuku, there was only one Anambra. What could have happened then? There is need for all the governors to coordinate their effort and treat the entire Biafra land as one unit, not all these sub-units created for us by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. That is something that those who are close to Obiano must advise him. That it is preferable for us to see all the governors working together and securing the entire borders of Biafra land. Because if we stop them in Lower Benue, they cannot come into Anambra. If we stop them in Ewanke, Oshomole allow them to pass through Benin and come into Biafra land. That is called foresightedness, to be able to anticipate, to have a reasonable sense of judgment. But they don't see very far. All they are bothered about is to loot. All they are bothered about is to serve their masters, their Janjaweed masters in the north. And the resultant effect is a very warped way of thinking and a badly executed policy. And those barriers must come down. Those barriers should be erected at the borders of Biafra land to allow people to mingle, to travel, to interact seamlessly in Biafra land. Very, very critical and very crucial. The truth is that Igbo people do not plan or think ahead. Only when it is marriage, when they want to contest for political office, or when they are expecting a contender from abroad. I am saying this because I can see the effort that Professor Joffo is making of WIC in America to try to get our people to reason properly. He is fighting a battle, and it appears to be a losing battle, very sadly, because we never ever plan ahead as a people, and this is the consequences. There is a saying in Igbo land where we come from, some of us come from, not all of us, because Biafra stretches far and beyond the boundaries of Igbo land, albeit that we are one people but different tongues as the centuries have gone on. These are the same people that said, if you plan ahead, you avoid every pitfall. The warnings kept coming that a disaster was about to unfold in our land. Every prophet said it. Everybody, if you have a manageable, or should I say tangible grasp of history, you should be able to know that what is happening now will inevitably come to pass. We foretold what is going on now. We anticipated it. We announced it to the hearing of the whole world. The entire humanity can bear us with prophecy after prophecy. it is down to a very deplorable and ugly trait in an Igbo person. Very, very ugly. And we must expunge it tonight. We must try, I should try to. Grandmothers are listening. How do I do this now? We must try as we can to remove this bad behavior from our system. It's terrible. That is the and because we kept quiet over many years, they now realized, okay, we have divided them well enough, we have confused them well enough, we have raised enough saboteurs and traitors within them. Now let's go and occupy their land. That is why they have come. The truth is that the only thing that has been shielding us for centuries is the mercy of Elohim, God Almighty. If it is down to the God of an Igbo land, and we will be a conqueror. After all of that, our behavior is as rotten as a stinking dustbin. As a stinking dustbin. Because I saw what Obiano was doing today and I felt ashamed of myself. And I said, this is not the great race that Lucas talked about. It's not the chaff. If that the real Igbo man died in 1970. Everything you've heard about since is just chaff. Counterfeit. Chaff. Because under Igbo Union, if we had Igbo Union would have seen all of these things before. They would have seen it long time ago and they would have made plans for it. But look at where we are today. Nobody knows. Your so-called leaders are hiding, doing conference call, doing Zoom, or is it Zoom? I don't know what they call it. When you require leadership, they have found one thing. And they will be the ones to rise up tomorrow morning. Oh, we are the leaders. We are the leaders. They don't respect us. Some of you that grew outside Igbo land that don't know the meaning of respect. There's something we that grew up in the village, there's something called Okenyi Believe. If you don't know, go ask your next door neighbor. Because some of you grew up in Lagos, in Abuja, in Wisconsin. Some of you grew up in Guangzhou, in China. Some of you grew up in the UK. You don't know how we grew up as children. Have no idea about our culture and our way of life. You will Okenyi Believe, nobody will respect you. Nobody. When you speak, people will laugh at you. Children will laugh, will make a mockery of you. Because you're old for nothing. Look at where we are today. Look at the mess we are in today. And how sad it is. How sad it is that Obiano is now erecting a fence on Headbridge. He doesn't know the history of Headbridge. He doesn't know why some people in Anioma are upset. He doesn't know the reason why Achuzia commanded Biafran soldiers and was as ruthless as he was. Some Headbridge. He doesn't know the history of Headbridge on nature. He thinks it's just something you can wake up in the morning and just close it off. Headbridge on nature has symbolism. Because after Murtala Mohammed's second army came into Asaba, Headbridge was blown up to slow the advance of the army. And the fighters and the soldiers we had in Anioma could not cross over the bridge to safety. They were all massacred. Some of this history, we have no idea. When people are upset, sometimes we try and find out why they are angry. I saw a video, a very distressing video, where people, our own flesh and blood in Iguacha, after the war, said that Igbo shouldn't come back to Iguacha. Iguacha is River State, for those who don't know, Port Harcourt. And I was reflecting and pondering, why would this man say this? But he's an Igbo man. Will Iguacha, those that came from old Anambra will take those that come from Anambra and take care of them. Those from Imo will do the same all over the place. We never encourage our own people who are in Igwe, who are our flesh and blood, taken as slaves. Go and ask them if you know history, you know what I'm talking about. Most of the settlements in Igwe land are slaves who were there and slavery was abolished. If you don't know, let me tell you. Go and check your history very well. The white man came and had slave merchants across the coast who started selling people. Igbo people started to sell their own people. The white man came from Europe who were selling to the Jukuns. There's a place in Enugu, if you don't know, the market is still there. Ayaba is still there. Some of you have read the Menoko. Go and read it very well. It's very clean and clear. We sold our own people. So God's anger has been with us from time. God's not the fact that we worship idol, not the fact that we bow before a graven image. God's anger has been with us from time. Why I'm touching all these things is to tell us that our behavior is very bad, especially at this time. Our land is under siege. How can you be saying to people you should be consulted? Who are you, Wonye, to consult you? Janjaweed is in your father's compound. You have no shame. You name your children Ahamefula, but your names are locked because all of you in America, they will marry Latinos. They will marry Mexicans. Let me see how you bring them home. I'm giving you only 2 more generations. You will be wiped away from the face of the earth. Your compound in the place will close down. You are finished. Selfishness. And the Joffa is suffering, running all over the place. I don't talk about IPOB because we have what it takes to defend ourselves. But we can't defend every village. We can't defend every village. It's not possible. Every year we remember those that died. Every year. After 50 good years, not one monument, not one proper monument you can look at and say, oh wow. The one I tried to build in Enugu was even knocked it down with his thugs because he was afraid of all the atrocities he's committed with Biafra and thinking once this senator stands, he will die. All of you were there and you kept quiet. Of course, when the time comes, you will pay very dearly for it. Doesn't you know that? Of course, you pay for it. You pay very dearly. It is that your selfishness that is driving you now. They have come in. Some of you, is it after to the call the Anambra State Association in America? Can you not to reason and ask yourself, why is that bridge being closed? And what can we do to save our people? You can't do it. Tomorrow you say you're in America. Tomorrow you go and say, you'll be preaching rubbish, democracy, how to be nice to one another, how to be good and all that nonsense. We have our own faults, sometimes even deeper than those from outside that we criticize. I must tell you the truth. Elohim is waiting in heaven and watching to see what this generation of selfish Igbo people will do. I consulted on Igbo this very evening, this very first segment. Because if you are the first son of a family, the same way that Anambra is the first son of all of us. Anambra is the beginning of everything. It is their responsibility and duty to rise up and to say, from the likes of Adama, these are the kingmakers, men of honor and integrity. Men of honor and integrity. These are the men that I respect. They have no respect for elders, but I respect the Adama, I respect him. And many others. Our father is there. All over the place. Or should I say fathers? That we respect and accord every honor. But not every idiot. Because in Igbo land there is something called Okenyi Beribe. You misbehave and you think you get respect from us, you're dreaming. It can never happen. People are not cooperating. The same thing happened in Africa. That was why only 5,000 men took over the whole of Africa. The same thing that's happening to us today. The same way the Janjaweed, the same thing that is happening to us now was the reason why the Fulanis found it very easy to divide and conquer the Hausa people. There is a very slight history I'll give to you later on, so you'll understand it very well. We had a whole year to plan the war in 1967. They killed us after the coup in 66. They massacred everybody. Who planned the coup? Those planning to keep Nigeria one. The same idiots we have today. Nzobu came to make Nigeria one. He was born in the north. After his coup failed, the mantle of leadership was taken over by somebody else raised in the north. My mother's uncle, who is Abironsi, traveled to the north at the age of 8 years old. So he's more or less a Kanu citizen. All of them were in the north. They wanted one Nigeria. Like Azikiwe, born in Zungeru, also the north. They wanted one Nigeria. In the search of a perfect Nigeria, Nzobo headed a coup. That was tagged an Igbo coup. After the coup finished and they killed all of us, they now said, oh, Akwanam is no longer Igbo. It is a Midwest, Middle Belt, South Belt, Niger Delta, South. Are you following what I'm saying? It's a very sober, because this week, remember our dead. It's a very sober broadcast this very evening, but laden with a lot of information and soul searching, which is the entire essence anyway. We had a whole year to plan. 66 to 70, we never planned anything until the war came. I was there running around, trying to buy weapons, trying to defend our land, when it was too late. By the end of it, the same thing that happened then is happening now again. So in 50 years, an Igbo man has learned nothing. In 50 years, they have become even more stupid than they were ever before. Everybody has sense. Everybody is an intellectual. Even an idiot who for the blue file about office flat file with a worn constitution in it. Now, gossiping, that's what they do. Talking rubbish. Enemies are they have come. Can you see them? They have come. You are still busy yapping and talking rubbish, making stupid videos, talking nonsense and writing garbage. Now tell me why I shouldn't believe an agent of the zoo to distract us. Some idiots are in America telling me that they are speaking American accent, talking pure rubbish. You're in your house. Your place is burning. You want to be consulted. But the white people that built America, they did not wait for anybody to consult them. They drove the British away, built a civilization. Now you're enjoying in America. Do you see the difference between a white man and a black person? A white man has shame and honor and integrity. We have none. I tell you the truth. Because if we had any shame, I was in America. How many months ago was I in the US? I said, how many months ago? I was in Baltimore. There was a town hall meeting in Baltimore. The hall was packed, full of all of you. Isn't it? In Baltimore. I traveled from Washington, D.C. I think we drove for nearly 2 hours or thereabout to go to Baltimore so I can preach to you. What did I tell you? I need you to contribute $1 each. Somebody asked why. I said, because we need to prepare. As I told you in Los Angeles. So people talk about Los Angeles in 2015. I'm talking about 2020. 2020, am I correct? 2020 or thereabout. January or was it December last year we went to Baltimore. Have you all forgotten? I told you to contribute $1 each. Did you do it? You didn't. Ordinary $1. Being a typical Igbo man, full of selfishness, greed and envy, self-deprecation. What you were thinking is, he did not contribute $1. He was thinking, oh, hi, listen now, if all of us now contribute $1, hey, that will give him maybe nearly $2 million or every month. So, hey, no. Now they have come to your village. The reason for that $1, they have come. How many of you paid $1? Ordinary $1, one single dollar. You couldn't pay. But in America, as selfish as Satan, you people are you are evil. Horrible, horrible people. And I wish that one day America would deport all of you. Deport deport all of you. I'm telling you, I wish America can deport. You people are evil. Obiano is building gates at Head Bridge. Some of you are sharing it on social media. But you're in America. You don't know why God sent you there? Look at Eritrea. It was Eritreans in the diaspora that saved their country. You don't know that before? You don't know that is your job? You don't know that was why you went to the USA? You have no idea? Because you're not prayerful. None of you go to useless Pentecostal churches. You are not spiritual. You are not in the spirit. If you are, you would have known the reason why Elohim sent you to America. The reason why you went to Europe. Some of you think it's to feed your family. Love from your mother, your father, and your children come naturally from the siblings. The greatest love in life is the love you have for your nation. That's why people die under a flag. The love you have for your nation, for your people, is the greatest love ever. Not for your wife, not for your child. The greatest love is the love you have for your nation. And your willingness to sacrifice anything to keep your nation progressive. Not like the zoo. We can't do it. We are intellectuals, so all of you were there. Morrissey, who developed a drug for COVID-19. I've been watching all of them. They never said anything. He was ignored. Janjaweed went all the way to Madagascar to go and bring drugs. Nobody complained, as usual. Only IPOB, only Nnamdi Kanu complained. And then was it BBC, was it channels that ran and interviewed him? And then after that, what? Nothing. You never learn. Every blessed day, Fulani Janjaweed is telling you, we are against you, we hate you. Every day they show it in their words, in their action. God have brought war to us. And some idiots in America, they want us to buy palm wine and granite and call a meeting and break it and do this rubbish they do every day. Elohim will give us Biafra. What we'll do to some of you in America, believe you me, you know me, I say my own things fresh, clean, and live. So your envy can increase 10,000 times. Your jealousy can multiply. Now, Biafra will come. What we will do to you people in America, Americans will be wondering, are you sure you're from that place? Because people are evil. People are wicked. Very, very wicked. Beyond belief. Come on, $1. So you don't know. So in America, you don't pay tax. In America, to defend America. So you think when America comes out with a stealth bomber, you fell from heaven? You don't know it is years of research and development. You're not aware of that. I thought you guys went to school. I thought you went to school and you're educated. 67, the same thing happened. We lost 5 million dead in the year 2020. We are still making this. Hey, after 50 years. The same is, look at what talking rubbish. Talking about true federalism. Can you believe? Are you people mad? Are you insane? Are you insane? Are your brain cells not working? Let me see the idiot that will come out to say they're contesting. Take a hawk. Then you bring out money to buy rice and indomie. Now, those people that you want to convince to vote for you, their lives are under threat. Instead of you to rise up and defend your land, some of you are busy giving our land to Fulani. And I was told one idiot who will get hold of you. They say he's that BG in Obunike. They are selling our land. Do you know there is a native doctor, Fulani native doctor in Obunike? I have his name, I have his video, I have it. Fulani native doctor. That the dead Obunike Igwe, they connived and gave our land, the land of Biafra, to Fulani. There is another idiot in Opa, using a registered business to be buying land from people to give to Fulani. And these are Igbo men, answering Igbo names in Abuja and in Lagos, going and doing bring kola nut. Let's pray on top of it. They don't know the meaning of it. Let's pray on top of kola nut and break it and eat. They're selling our land. Defend that land, they will not defend it. Every time, every 4 years they come, vote for us. Vote for us. Or the Janjawood will make them governor anyway. I think that's what's going to happen from now onwards. Do whatever nonsense you like. They wait for you in Abuja and choose whoever they like. Couples of them is giving our land to Fulani and the magic schools. There are some things that I wonder what our ancestors will be thinking or feeling right now, to be honest. I don't know, to be honest. It's very, very shameful. Very shameful. For us, it is always, what will I gain? Usually. What is my gain? To serve your people, you're asking, what am I going to gain? What is going to be my gain if I go into this thing? Typically, Igbo man. Igbo man at his worst. What am I going to gain? And I said in 2009, I said to those of them in the north, one day they will kill you. You see all those properties you're creating in the north, it is gone. Because once they take over Biafra land, they will cut off your escape route. You are finished. Fulani despises you to the bone. Doubly so because Nzogu killed Ahmadu Bello, the third one, their scion, the firstborn of their people. A direct descendant of Otman Donfodio. You think they'll forgive you? You are mad. You say, because you don't know history. You don't know anything. You wonder why Fulani they hate you as much as they do. Because Nzogu killed the Sadwan of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello. Shot the idiot dead. He was you can define ethnic bigotry. Ahmadu Bello's son was out of this world. And Nzogu was trying to save Nigeria. He also took over. He was trying to save Nigeria. And look at where we are. Those trying to save Nigeria, look at now Nigeria the zoo has come in to swallow us. And somebody is in America waiting to be consulted. This thing you people are doing, I wasn't consulted. Elohim, please give us Biafra. So we can set an example with those in America that the world may know. You know, the watch cowboy movies and they think, oh, you can't stop me from coming into Biafra land. You cannot. It's my father's land. Elohim, please give us Biafra. We'll show those stingy bastards where they belong. Mad people everywhere. It's only people. You cannot go and learn from Eritrea. You cannot go and learn from South Sudan. You cannot go and learn from East Timorese. You cannot learn from Kosovo. You cannot learn from Albania. You never learn nothing in America. Just make money. Every 4 years you come home. Oh, unbelievable. We must continue. They said there was weakness under the goodwill of people because he was engaged in fraud when he was doing Biafra. But we are not all the same. I know that IPOB, we've come a long way. We are fighting for our freedom at the most difficult time in our history, when there is no trust and no belief. The little trust that was left or was wicked with his criminality squandered, smashed everything into the ground. So if you're asking our people to help me, it's very difficult. No matter how rich I am I going to be able to buy a tank? Can I buy an anti-tank missile? Can I, as one person, buy it? The answer is no. It's a collective effort. Everybody must come together. It is a collective effort. We must defend our land. This is not the time to be hiding and speaking. You can see the front. They carry their own AK-47 in the open. They carry assault rifles in the open. It's not hidden. So why are you telling me? Let's talk under the table. What are under the table? They are in our villages with guns. Can't you see? Are you blind? Are you people blind in America? Are you that blind? You want me to beg you to speak nicely to you before you can rise up to defend your land? Are you not foolish? So in the land you're in, when George Washington was fighting the British, they were begging people. That was something I posted about taking an oath. Adams formed a secret society. They took oath in Massachusetts. You know what their job was? To kill Sabotuazo. Every Sabo, if you're not with them, they kill you. That America you're enjoying it, that Massachusetts you're in now, driving your Lincoln Navigator, your big Jeep. That was how they managed to get rid of the enemy and build a civilization that the whole world is proud of. But you're in America, you learn nothing. This week, remember those who sacrificed their lives that we may live. There will be no movement on the 30th of May until at least 12 noon. There will be a candlelight procession. There will be fasting and prayers. We are going to read from Psalm 1 to Psalm 150. Prayer and fasting for 4 days. Representing 4 market days, starting from the 27th, 28th, 29th, and ending that very fasting and prayer exactly 12 midday on 30th. I remember what our sister wrote. Her name is Mercy Kanu, because when I quote people, I must give them credit for it. She wrote this very brilliant piece. She wrote about trust and test, trials, temptation, and how fire purifies gold. He said, these words are for men who have proven themselves worthy. Such men, this is from a woman. You know, that's why I said that Biafra is a motherland. It's our women that can give us, should I say, they represent our moral compass as we navigate this very difficult terrain of freedom and emancipation. Let me read to you what a woman wrote. Such men don't listen to gossips. Such men are not distracted by illusions. And such men don't settle for less. We don't settle for less. Outright victory. They are moved on until they reach their goal. If you truly believe in something, I don't think anything anybody said to you will make you to renounce your beliefs. Otherwise, she mentioned my name. I would have abandoned the struggle a long time ago because our people can be very, very frustrating. But I know they're also very lovely. It takes them time to believe in you, that once they do, once they do, once they do, there's no going back. So in a way, it's also an advantage. Maybe Americans are testing us to see how strong we are. If you know them, go and tell them that we're very strong. We are not moving. Our goal is Biafra. Our goal is not to own a car or to live in a mansion. Our goal is simply to go and get Biafra. And then after that, I'll retire and go and see if employment is possible because I have suffered enough. I'm telling you. You can never see a Christian or a Muslim renouncing their membership of their faith. Even if you insult Muslims or Christians, it makes them to become harder in their belief. If you kill Christians, you get many more converts. It's only in our own that people don't know that Biafra is a religion. The more you persecute us, the more hardcore we become. The more hardened our core becomes. It's only the flimsy ones. After 2-3 days, they run away. Oh, they give excuses. Oh, I was insulted. I don't like the way they insult you. But Al-Majid is killing you. They're in your village. And you're still championing one Nigeria. You say somebody insulted you, and because of that, you can't do Biafra anymore. But Al-Majid is in your village. They've been killing you since 1945. And you're still a Nigerian. They were St. Peter was crucified upside down in Rome. Some were thrown into drums of boiling oil, cauldron of oil in Rome, where you have St. Peter's Basilica. Peter was crucified in Rome. Did that stop you from attending Roman Catholic Church? I'm just asking. You claim you were insulted. Peter was killed. Yeshua was killed. People were persecuted. It didn't stop them. It didn't stop them. I be giving all these flimsy, useless, foolish excuses all the time. Before COVID-19, I was begging in America. $1 each, they said no. $1, they said no. In that account in America, do you know what they have contributed to now? $37,000 only. You know me, I don't hide anything. $37,000, that's what's in the account. But if you help, hey, they're collecting money. They gave the money, oh, they are rich, oh, they have money. Only for how many months now? And the money is still there. How many rocket launchers can that buy you? Because you know, once we defeat them on the ground, the next thing you will see what they do, they will take the aircraft. Britain will give them aircraft to come and start bombing us. You don't know that. that we need missiles that can bring down aircraft. Don't you know that? You don't know that's what they're going to do? Do you know when they came to my house on the 14th of September, Nigerian Army came with 2 bombers, jet bomber 2 attack helicopters, and a squadron that to attack my home. A civilian, I had nothing, not even catapult. They came to, what they wanted to do is let my men kill any of them. They would have bombed my village. Exactly what Obasanjo did to Udi. That's what I wanted to do in my village. You don't know that? So you don't know that any contingency you're making has to include making sure that we neutralize Nigeria's air power. You don't know that? You don't know they will bomb places. You don't know. Okay, let any day they start and you retaliate. You see what will happen to you. They will send Air Force jets to come and bomb everywhere. That's what they do. You don't know that? That's what they're waiting for. They have bribed Britain. The British High Commissioner, her bag is full of cash. The US ambassador, her bag is full of cash. They have made money. Do you think all these things happening in the zoo that they are telling their countries? Of course not. Of course not. They're not telling them. Do you think all this junk that we're moving to Biafra land that the British High Commissioner is telling Boris Johnson? No, she is not. She is not. Do you think those in Australia are telling their people? Of course not. There was a few skirmishes, Heather and they're fighting for access to water to feed their cattle. Let's see what we can do to make sure that they go into mechanized farming. That's what I'm telling them. Oh, some of you, so some of you actually think that the British High Commissioner in Abuja have written a dispatch to London to say that terrorists are moving to the south. Is that what you think? Hey, people are dreaming. We are on our own. We are on our own. A government cannot act unless they get the intel on the ground. Is Trump going to trust me or trust his ambassador in Nigeria? I'm asking you a simple question. I'm not an American. Is Trump going to trust me or trust? And that ambassador is saying, oh, there's nothing wrong. It's just a bit of COVID-19 there and there. They're just making sad. Don't worry, everything is okay. And Janjaweed are coming to kill us. And they have bribed. Why is somebody calling? This is not well, you know. Why is somebody calling by this time? Unbelievable. Okay, he's not even listening. He's just calling, want to talk on the air. Just imagine. There's a lot of orientation to be done in Biafra, I'm telling you. They are not relaying any message to their home country. That is the truth. Before heaven and earth, that is the truth. You must understand that they have started the killing. Some of you don't know. The beginning have actually started. What they're now doing is to do exactly what the Iraqi regime can just pick up, like a scrap metal. You don't use a bomb. You pick it up and you die. They have started to nowhere. This is for those who are from who are in the US. Let me tell you, you are waiting for it to start. Bomb exploded and killed 3 people in Imo State. Identified as LD. So Kado, KCMO Uzoma, Justice at Yemen. They have all met their untimely death in Imo State. The sad incident occurred as a result of a bomb explosion in a Eziosu community in Nugu, the government area of Imo. Germany to rebuild Germany. They gave money to Japan to rebuild Japan. These are white people. They fought war with Germany, but America, under the Marshall Plan, after the war, gave money to Germany to rebuild Germany. White Europeans. Do you see why God loves them? This is why God is. Do you see why they are blessed? How about the blacks? We lost the war, courtesy of Britain. Instead of them to say, oh, let's rehabilitate this after the war, as there's something called chivalry, they decided not to abandon that very code. Ask any grown up, of course, to Germany, to rebuild Germany. White European. You see why God loves them? This is why God is giving you. Do you see why they are blessed? How about the blacks? We lost the war, courtesy of Britain. Instead of them to say, oh, let's rehabilitate this after the war, as there's something called chivalry, they decided not to abandon that very code. Ask any grown up, of course, wants to learn it. They'll tell what chivalry. They said no victory, no vanquish, no this, no that, and no that. You know what they did? And when we came, even the one, you know that verse in the Bible where Jesus took money from those that don't have and gave to those who already. That's what they go after the war. The little we had in Germany after the World War, Second World War in Germany, everywhere was rebuilt with American money. They destroyed our land. The thing that gives money to the zoo, Nigeria, comes from our land. They now came, they open your mother's purse or your grandmother's purse in the bank and take whatever is left there. And some people wake up in the morning and say they are Nigerians. Unbelievable. Things are happening if you don't know. Things are happening everywhere. There was a news that broke this evening before we came on air. There is a group now accusing the Janjaweed, the Fulani, Alamajiri, that they are the ones aiding jihadist genocide going on as we are occupied with the Biafra land. People don't know what's happening in Kaduna. In Kaduna, there is wholesale slaughter. In Kaduna, Kaduna Christians are being massacred and decimated as we speak. Are you aware of that? No, you're doing one Nigeria. You're fighting for APC and one Nigeria. Christians in southern Kaduna are finished. They have the news broke this evening. Let me tell you the people that announced it. It is the Southeast-based Coalition of Human Rights and Democracy Organization, SBCHRO. They said they have alerted the world, including Western democracies where people have human feelings. You know, no matter how bad a white man is, at the end of the day, at least they have a little bit of feelings. Unlike blacks. What they are saying is that they have told the world that indigenous Christian communities, Hausa Christian communities in southern Kaduna, in 7 local government councils, hey, they are being slaughtered. Hey, people are dying in Kaduna. People are being slaughtered in Kaduna like chicken. They have alerted the world because you don't have a country. There is no country. Nothing is happening. This is what those in America are praying for. You know that land they're eyeing in the village. Some of them want a piece of land in the village. They're eyeing it. They are now waiting and saying, oh, have the killing started? He's in Minnesota. Asking, oh, has the killing started in Olo? I want to, let me know when it started, though. That farm belonging to Mr. Okereke's wife. Let me see if she's dead. So I can come back and claim it because it's in the family. A black man in America, a black man, an Igbo man in America, is praying that the Fulanis will come and kill us, so he will come back and claim the land belonging to the uncle's wife. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Some of you don't know what is happening. Go into our towns and our villages and see what is going on. Go to Oka and have a look. Our land is gone. What you are now seeing in our land is round moth of Fulani, round mud house, thatch house. In our land, that you will struggle to find a mud house, despite being stripped bare, more or less, after the war. We lost 5 million people. Those in America, it doesn't touch their heart, it doesn't touch their spirit. They are not moved. They are not moved. They want all of us dead. Go to Oka, you will see it. And these are lands being given by our people. Somebody will come as a land agent. Mietiala will approach him. He will go to the Igwe, the Eze of the village, or the PG. That is why there is this craze now about being a PG. You want to be PG, they're looking for land to sell. Anybody say I want to be PG is because they want to sell communal land to Mietiala. Have you wondered where that 100 billion they gave to Mietiala, where was, let's say, what they're using it on? Not just to buy weapons. They're using it to buy land in Biafra land. Now you know. That is why some traditional rulers are busy giving our land away to Mietiala. The one in Okwa. Give it to Mietiala. Obunike. Please, Damaka, publish that video that those in Obunike that was talking rubbish yesterday. Publish that very video so they can see it. What is happening? Publish it for them to see in Obunike. And their native doctor, their Libyan, their full native doctor in Obunike, doing voodoo for them to confuse the village. No, and they're confused. That's why they came here to write rubbish. Have you seen your people? These are Igbo, IGBO Igbo. In Obunike, traitors. Because of money, cash. Treacherous human beings. Talking rubbish. We'll get hold of their PG. Don't worry. You hear the story. We'll get hold of it. These are idiots selling land to Fulani. We have the thing that Nnamdi Kanu can come on air and preach falsehood to the world. They don't know who we are. You think I can sit down here behind this microphone that Elohim gave me and I'll be preaching falsehood? Not to say I'll be telling lies. You are insane. We'll get you. The PG of Ubunike. We will get hold of you. And that day, you speak Latin, I assure you.
Power off.
You people are taking money to sell us. That's why we're in this mess today. Because had it was little inconsistent, we wouldn't be here today. Would have been long gone. Inconsistency. I don't know what you people are doing with petty money. Taking change. That can't change. Nothing. What is this madness about owning a mansion and driving a car? What is that craze all about? What is that madness all about? Why are you people so foolish? Transient things that are meaningless. A car and a mansion. You want to have title. Because of that, you betray your nation. You betray your people. Unbelievable. Ubunike is in council are denying that Ubunike is no longer Fulani land, but it is. So they think that I can lie to them. The PG is in trouble of Ogbunike. These are criminals. They think they're smart. They want to bring their Lagos and Abuja 419 into Biafra land. You know, doing their mago. They sell the land. I have the video. Amaka showed them the video of Ogbunike. Them and their useless Fulani friends, Miet Yala, Iraq. Because Loretta Onoche has her own, Nasarok. I think Miet Yala have now even recruited people, answering Igbo names, going on Facebook and talking rubbish. Show them the video of Ogbunike. Mad people. Do you see the cheek, the effrontery after stealing they catch you as a criminal? The Ogbunike is in council. You catch them red-handed, selling land to Fulani. They still have the face. They still have the face to come and writing rubbish. That is a lie. They don't know we have the video. Do I look like somebody who will make an allegation without evidence? Ogbunike. Hey. Chubaka was home. On time. I don't know. Abomination. That is what you get when you have the last of Onyanwodo in charge. He doesn't know our culture. He knows nothing about our way of life. Absolutely nothing. People are saying land to Fulani because they're all compromised. All of them are compromised. All of them. Compromised. And these are the elders one you want to respect. Hey, stupidity is a disease. It's a disease. And let me tell you why. People don't understand us when we speak. This evening, I want to prove to you that Onyanwodo is in on this scam that is going on, selling our land to Fulani. You know us, we have evidence. Before I accuse anybody in my life, I have the incontrovertible proof. Incontrovertible. Never changes. These are the criminals. He says, our leader. Oh, I defer to you, our leader. This man is a rogue. Oh no, Onyanwodo is a criminal. I have the proof. Oh my goodness. Please, if you have it, you say, go online and check it. Ohaneze issued a statement about 9 months ago. You know, sometimes they say the internet never lies. You can just go and find anything you want. Igbo miscreants, that was what he called us then. Listen. That was when Fulani headsmen were killing people. You don't know why. Everywhere, massacre everywhere. That was when the governor of Enugu State called us a rock and nobody picked his call. Because the Fulanis were on rampage. Fulanis were everywhere, killing in. Go to Ebonyi and see what is going on now. Oh my goodness. Go, please publish that headline. Igbo miscreants hide under headsmen to kill innocent people. The Fulanis were innocent. Igbo miscreants. Fulanis are coming and killing us. Anywhere we put up any resistance, they say, oh, they are killing innocent people. Who issued that statement? Ohaneze. Please publish. I publish that very link so the world can see it. I don't accuse people anyhow. What would I gain? I have integrity and honor. Millions all over the world believe that anything that comes out of my mouth is the truth. And it is. They know I don't lie. Ohaneze has made a revelation. This is the news, though. Ohaneze Ndibo has made a revelation about the rising rate of kidnappings and killings in the southern part of Nigeria. The President General of Ohaneze, Chief Nyanwodo said, some Igbo miscreants hide under Fulani headsmen atrocities to kidnap and kill innocent people. Exactly what they asked him to say. His Fulani masters. Listen, I say, push you, I'll show you where to follow. Everything I tell you is the truth. The same on Nyanwodo. Nyanwodo, however, urged the traditional rulers, number one, town unions, number two, and local vigilantes to fish the miscreants out and hand them over to law enforcement agencies. Not to fish out the Fulanis who are doing the killings and the raping of our women, which, of course, Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, confirmed. Dave Umahi said that they raped a woman and killed a woman in Ebonyi State. So Nyawo is telling us that we are the ones raping our mothers and killing them in the farm. Hey, now you see why? Now do you see why? Do you now understand why we are angry? Why we cannot respect people who are working with our enemies secretly to come? They come and you see them in the open, you think they are normal. Oh, we don't like what's happening. We want to restore them. Rubbish. They are their slaves. They are their slaves. You heard it. Is there his online? No, he issued a statement. We are the miscreants, and the Fulani headsmen who are in our land are the saints. They are Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel, Saint Yusuf. They are now in our land, killing us. And instead of one to call a meeting to say what do we do to defend our land, one said it is IPOB that is doing the killing. Oh dear. Our hands are clean, and we are proving it. They now want a letter. This one is an asset. What's the name? Association of Southeast Town Unions. The same group of people. Asset. I don't know how God is punishing us. Why are you doing this to us? They wrote a letter. I'm going to read the letter. I have another letter to read. The main topic this evening, from Pandev to Abuja. I'll read it. Analyze it for you. This is a letter from the Association of Southeast Town. The worst world is calling upon to fight IPOB instead of Fulani headsmen. I'll read it for you. They are writing to United Nations from Enugu. There are a lot of garage in Enugu writing to UN in New York in the middle of pandemic. I want to read the letter for you. United Nations Secretary General, UN Secretary to New York, USA. The President, they wrote also, they copied in Trump, two of them. Special Advisor on the UN on the prevention of genocide. Now they know there's genocide though. On the prevention of genocide, UN. Everybody was copied in. What is the main heading of the letter? Ethnic cleansing and land grabbing agenda in eastern Nigeria. And who are the people to blame? I'll read it for you very quickly. It has come to our attention that able-bodied young men from northern Nigeria are being smuggled into the southeast and eastern part of the country in droves. This is in spite of the nationwide lockdown and all the rest of it. And they are coming from the north. So it's not IPOB as a mood wanted to make them believe. I'm not directing a letter to UN. Do you know what I find very bizarre about the lack of trust and cooperation within our people is this? You're writing to an organization that is in America, UN, and Trump. Ask yourself, as they would do, in the Western world, when you want to go and register a charity, I'm sure even in the zoo, when you want to register a company or a charity, they would ask you in the Western world, are there people doing exactly what you intend to do? If the answer to that question is yes, then they'll ask you to go and join those people. These people writing this, they know they have World Igbo Congress in America that is actually registered with ECOSOC and the UN. The same people that UNPO registered with in order to represent Bim Masopo was wicked. The latest fraud he was working about with. WIC is there already. But instead of going through WIC, there is an Igbo organization in America, they wrote it on their own. We want to do our own thing as well. Do you see the problem that we have as a people? Is it clear now to everybody? Writing to WIC, please. Can we synergize? Can we cooperate? How can we do this together? No, everybody wants. Who is asset to? Do you think that UN will? Who's that asset to? Well, what's that supposed to mean? The letter did not come from Ohaneze. It came from Asset. What is Asset to? I ask you. it means nothing. But your children are there in America under the leadership of a man that is working. He's the only one I've seen actually who's in WIC that has common sense, working for his people. They could have telephoned Professor Geoffrey to say, Professor Geoffrey, we have this letter. Help us. Let us coordinate everything. So they know we are speaking with one voice. But no, this one will write from Enugu, this one will write from Oka, the other one will write from Iguacha, one will write from Ekom, one will write from Cattle Ranch to the same UN. And they get all these letters and I think, my goodness, are they normal at all? Now you know what is happening. Do you see how we are? Do you see the way we behave? Do you see what is wrong with us? Can you see what is wrong with us as a people? Everybody wants his name to be heard, even if you don't have the pedigree, even if you don't have the class, even if you don't have the finesse or the grace to do the work, you want your name to be heard. Why couldn't they go to WIC? They want to, I sent letter, I signed it, my name is going to appear at the UN. In case Biafra comes. So we will say to our children, we're also part of it. That's what they're doing. Do you see how we reason and how we behave? Very, very sad indeed. We must, as a people, streamline the way we do things. There is an existing UN registered Igbo organization with an established name. That is the World Igbo Congress. Submit your letters through World Igbo Congress, they will deliver them. If you are an Igbo organization wishing to reach out to the US-based organizations, for instance, or any organization anywhere in the world for that matter, if your petition is Biafra related, you go through IPOB because we have the presence all over the world. If it is about Igbo, you go through World Igbo Congress. What is wrong with our people? Why all this duplicity? Why all this, multiplicity of organizations? For what reason? Do you see where our problem lies? They think they can do it, but they can't. And that letter will be ignored, of course. But had this letter been submitted through WIC, WIC will give them the letter and also attend UN ECOSOC meetings where they can actually discuss it with UN officials. Now you understand me, don't you? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is what is happening in Okwa. In Okwa. The telephone number is there, everything. Please, can you release the video of Okwa? Our people, Igbo people are selling land to Fulani, Obunike, in Okwa, everywhere. After selling land to Fulani, and the Fulani is now coming, the same association of town unions will now write to America. You write to UN, write to Trump, and say, oh, please, help us. But you sold land to them. And then they want to tell you that IPOB is the problem. You should work with your vigilantes. Now, do you see it? Have you seen it? What you have done to yourself. And somebody quite rightly said, all truth must pass through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Secondly, it is violently, of course, opposed. And thirdly, it is accepted as being self-evident. That's what we do. We preach the truth. You may not like it, you may not understand it, but in the end, as well, where we are today, did I not tell you we'll be here? I told you where we are today that they are coming. I said to you, they are coming. You said, oh, but where are they? You said, I said, don't worry, have they not come? Have they not come? Have they not come? I'm asking you. And when next I tell you something, you take it seriously. In a country where there is no president, there is no vice president, that is anarchy and chaos and lawlessness. But do you know what they are doing? They are busy lobbying Interpol to try and stop me. Do you know that? They want a man, this present IG of police, Mohammed Adamu, to head Interpol. Do you know that? They'll be shocked how we know. I got this information from Interpol headquarters. They said they are lobbying Mohammed Adamu. In Asorok now, they are panicking. They'll be in a state of shock. How come he knows? If I tell them what I know, I will tell them the day I'm waiting for COVID-19 to finish, the day I will do the mother of all exposés about how Buhari, I will tell, let me tell them something. Buhari had his kidney removed. Ogbunike is a criminal. He's an armed robber. And he's PG. And we'll deal with them. The PG, of course. I tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. We'll deal with you. And he knows we will do so. The zoo has no president. No vice. They know it is. Some of them have seen the 45-year-old boy that Aisha is now proudly parading everywhere with puffed cheeks. You can see it. That he's wearing a mask. Everybody can see it. And I'm asking you, when Buhari was alive, did Buhari take any picture with the wife? Up until the year December 2016, I challenge anybody, apart from his swearing in ceremony the first time. Show me Aisha Buhari with the dead Buhari. Show me the picture. You people, you don't reason. You have no brain, no faculty, no reason. You don't reason in the black and this black people. I said, show me now. Now they are doing first family, or should I say fake family, not first family, but fake family. Show me the picture of the old dead Buhari. Show me the picture. Show me the picture, I'm asking you. And show me where. Show me where. Somebody wrote and said, traditional rulers are enticed with cows, money by headers. That's 100 billion from Mietiala. That's where they resume to buy our Igbo. They bought the Igbo for Burik. Bought his PG. Maybe he changed a new car to maybe to Prado. He's talking rubbish. You're a thief. You think Nnamdi Kanu can be preaching to the whole world and preaching falsehood? Is that what you think? When I came on air, when they did the first broadcast, I told you that Abba Kyari was in Havana in Cuba. And I told that Abba Kyari was brain dead. They put him on a life support machine. Any day they switch off the life support machine, he's dead. I told you live on air before they announced his death. I told you also, you don't reason. I told Alamajiri that thing in Asorok will never speak. That's what I told you. Didn't I say it live on air? I said, he will never speak. They said, but why? I said, I know. That thing there is not even Jubril. Jubril is in Havana. As Abba Kyari was living, the only thing that was in his, give me Jubril. They gave him Jubril. He took to Cuba. Didn't I tell you? Did I not tell you? I said live on air on this platform, this God-given platform, that thing in Asorok will never speak. That's what I said. Has he spoken? Has he spoken? Forget all the razzmatazz and Photoshop pictures. Has he spoken? They said he would speak, and I went to my Facebook page and I told them, I am waiting. Let him talk. They quickly cancelled it. So you have forgotten. You don't know how powerful we are doing. I challenge them. I goad them. I challenge them to make mistake. You know that's what we do? We push them, or we keep pushing until they keep because of IPOB. Now Aisha is not taking picture with a Buhari. They claim Aisha Buhari before 2016. Show me your public pictures with your dead husband. Bring it out. Let us see. There is none. Do you see how we roll? I told Zoo that Elohim will break you into pieces for the sake of IPOB. I said for the sake of IPOB, God will destroy Nigeria. For the simple, do you know why? Because we hold the key. I call it the key of David. The 7 senses of David. There is a way you ask God for something. You're holding God. He cannot. He will do that thing for you. David had the secret. And so do I. Elohim said you will pay a very huge price. I said I will pay anything. He said I will give you Biafra, but I will, in front of your eyes, I will destroy Nigeria. I will make Nigeria hollow. That's what Elohim is doing. For our sake. Because God in heaven knows that our heart is clear. Nobody loves our people more than the way we do. Nobody does. We do what we do because we love our people. Nothing more, nothing less. That is, I don't want to be president of anything. I don't want any contract. I need nothing from anybody. I mean absolutely nothing. Let Biafra come and retire. Nothing. I said nothing. I don't want anything. I don't want your mansion. I don't need your car. I need nothing from you. but to do the will of God. That's all. If I want to sell this movement, I would have sold it in DSS custody. In Kuje came and I said no. When I came out, they came and I said no. Is it now that I'm going to betray you? Not possible. My father and my mother, they're in heaven watching. And you think I will abandon Biafra? When mom and my father are in heaven watching. Hey, please now. Please, give me a break. Where is Buratai? You know, I'm directing this analysis this evening to Obunike people who wrote rubbish. I believe in free speech. I can never harm anybody for speaking the truth. But if you harm Biafra, we will harm you. And what Obunike PG has done in Obunike is sacrilegious. Giving our land, he doesn't know I have evidence. Giving our land to Fulani. You know, they're doing. Every traditional ruler, I will announce all your names on Wednesday with your pictures. Everybody that sold our land to Fulani, I will publish all your pictures, the land you sold with the videos, I will do it on Wednesday. So that the world may know how evil you are. We are suffering from the wickedness of those in America. And you're adding your own wickedness on the ground. Where do people want us to go? Want us to go to hell or what? You're challenging me. I told you that Burata is gone. Alamajiri was foaming from the side of the mouth, talking about. I said, Burata is gone. Where is Burata today? Where is Burata? Where is Burata? I'm asking you. You're playing with me. You people don't even know. Maybe because some, once you step together, some people they're thinking, I know him now. I told you that Buratai was running to Niger. He's gone. He's not at the front line. Did he attend his mother's burial? He's the chief of army staff. You see how Elohim is destroying the zoo. Abba Kyari is from Borno. They killed somebody. I don't know if it's a Shibaja and put him in the ground in Abuja. Is that his hometown? You see, Elohim is wonderful. God in heaven. Elohim is fighting this battle. But there is a lesson that God wants to teach Igbo people I don't want to be a part of. We are begging him, please. There is a lesson. God is so angry with Igbo people that he wants to teach them a lesson. With your Fulani. You know that's how Elohim works. He always uses your enemies to punish you. I'm asking him to have mercy. We'll cleanse Biafra land. Once you give us Biafra, we'll cleanse everything. Because a lot of abomination. Imagine a traditional ruler. The day he was coronated, he was in the market in the village square of our forefathers to defend the land and the culture. The land he gave to Fulani, he gave to Fulani because of money. Now he's in the grave, he cannot eat the money anymore. He's the PG that's running his mouth until we catch you. Then you will know. We'll catch you. The Nigerian army that specializes in attacking civilians, where is Buratai? Nigerians are just useless. It's just when Loretta Onochie, the ex-harlot, in fact, she's like a lot, of course, human trafficker. When she gives you 3,000 naira a week for data, you're writing rubbish. Hey, here is Kanu. He's starting from London. From London, and Yasarok is empty. No Buhari, no Sibanjo, no Buratai, nothing. And you're still running your mouth like just for making noise. You don't know who we are. Your Asorok is empty. The day we open it to the whole world is the day the zoo comes down. Let me see the government of the world that will support such high crimes and misdemeanors. Aisha will go to prison. Aisha must go to jail. You don't know who we are. We never let go. They think if they come, they talk about something else now. Every time is Buhari. Every time they Photoshop. Rubbish. We stay on it. We are not going anywhere. We stay on it. That you may respect us and know that we are not like anything you've seen before. IPOB is not like anything. In your craziest dreams, you have never seen anything like IPOB before. Our madness is on a different level. As I told you before, if you want us to get to the gutter, before you come in, I'm there waiting for you already. Mad people everywhere. You blocked us, air, land, and sea. Egyptians are flying your